Hello, back for another video again, and you will recall in the last video, if you watched it, that I was drawing Leslie West. It took a week, and I'm surprised because I seem to be speeding up on what I do. This is all in pencil with this. That's a putty rubber and sharpener and just these pencils and a lot of music. Now what I did on this one, I wanted to get colour, but what I'm planning is a book with my artwork in that's linked to there's some things that I can't say at the moment. So if I was going to do colour, the rest of them are black and white. This would stand out like a sore thumb. So I redid it, and then this mountain, obviously mountain, I needed it to get like a mirrored image. It does have to be spray fixed, but I wanted to get a darker image than the background. So there's Leslie West and his guitar, and that's a Gibson Les Paul Jr. there. And there's about 25 portraits that I've got to do for this book. That's a slow thing to do. I mean, even when you're doing, like this is 5 days. When you're doing that kind of work, 25 weeks, if it's a portrait a week, but sometimes it can be 2 weeks easy. So the next one that I'm doing, well, I was going to do the small faces, and I hit some problem with clouds. There was a massive cloud that went over, and it blanked the entire day for the entire Monday. It's now Wednesday. No, Thursday. That's it. No, it's Thursday. And the cloud just blanked everything. I couldn't see what I was doing, and I thought, well, it's either the small faces or another one that I'm doing, and we're looking at a top hat, a leather top hat. This has been started on Monday, and I've still got a massive amount of work to do. His hair is, well, it's a lot. You get used to it, but hair can be very tricky. You see, these pencils are made to draw straight lines. They're not made to do what I do with them. A pencil is just there to draw a straight line, but we'll move down. I think you know who I'm drawing when I show you this. I can't show you much on this side at the moment because I'm still working over that. But I think you know that I'm drawing Slash. Again, this is linked to the book that I'm working on. I won't say why Slash is in it, especially when I've done Mountain, and I've drawn John Lennon and Paul McCartney, and I've drawn a lot of people. I mean, you look back, I've drawn Sam Cooke just recently. He's in it. So how do you jump from Sam Cooke to Guns N' Roses? Very easily when you look at what I'm doing on this. But as I said, I can't show you the plans. I don't want to reveal them, to be honest. If I reveal them too soon, somebody's going to take the idea and run with it quicker than I can. So the best bet is to keep your mouth shut. one of the key things on when you're running on the internet. You needn't tell everybody you needn't tell people what you're doing all the time. And the amount of fake buffoonery that's on social media and fake images, and well, I'm drawing this by hand, and it's something I've taught myself to do. I was around when Guns N' Roses were, well, I remember Appetite for Destruction pretty well, and I also remember the controversies that they had with Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, and the way how certain powers that be didn't like them. I did. And I like this music, and I like blues rock, but I have only got the 3 big ones. So I've got both Use Your Illusion, and I've got Appetite, and also I've got that and that, which is upside down, but that's got a DVD on it, which I'm going to be watching on Saturday. And of course I remember hearing the big songs, and with Terminator 2, that was the first film that I saw in the cinema on my own. I've still got the ticket for it, and I still really like that movie. Doesn't stop me from liking others, but I definitely like that period and that era when rock ruled the world. Yeah, they got a bit arrogant at times. Axl Rose certainly got arrogant, but for everything that they did, they had some amazing songs. And playing the albums while I'm doing this, well, I play them anyway, but you have to play play the albums as you draw. Now, there will be a point where I can't really play just a handful of albums while I'm drawing this, so I will flip between some more metal albums and Aerosmith. I've got an Aerosmith collection, but other groups, well, I am going to be drawing AC/DC very soon. Well, I say the entire group. What I'm doing is Bon Scott. Again, there's a connection to what I'm drawing, to this book plan. Now, I can only do about 60 pages because it's really expensive to create anything physical. It's time consuming to create this, and then you spend a lot of effort making the pages and then building the book. And by the time you've finished, I could easily spend £250 on 50 books. And it's not a fun thing, but you have to do it. I did a book before, and it was going to be sent out to agents, and then, well, America, and I'm not contacting American agents until this. How do I put this succinctly? I don't really. I don't. I'm not going to America. I'm not aiming to go to America until certain things have gone. And that is contacting the agents as well. I had somebody yesterday say, "Oh, you should contact agents, and it's just a word to them. But you should contact agents, and you need to contact art producers, and yeah, I've thought of that, I've done it. But the thing about doing that is these people are only interested in how many likes you get on social media. And you can sort of trick the system. What I'm seeing at the moment is on Facebook, which I've lost my complete love of, I'm getting images of people who are faking it and getting thousands. And I put this on and, oh great, you've done another one. Alright, good one, Mark. Do another one for me, monkey boy. I'll sit here and wait while you do this kind of work. And then in between the pictures you don't get anything, and yeah, there's an imbalance. There is something that could be happening behind the scenes, but again, I'm not going to reveal anything. So this tangle of hair that I've got to do, I've got to get that. And it's just grading it down to dark, because any white is this white of the paper. And I go up to this Faber-Castell 14B, which is a bit matte, but it does enhance the black. You see, when you're doing this top layer, you can be a little bit more liberal with your shading, because you've got all the guidelines in, and it's just matting them out a bit. But it's something that I've taught myself. When I started doing this, we only went up to a 9B pencil. We didn't have this. Now I've got things like a 10B, a 12B, an 11B. The thing is, when I'd said something about having these other pencils, and somebody had said that, oh, I use a 13B. You're lying, because you can't get a 13B. There's something about superstition, I think, but nobody's ever done a 13B. Not to my knowledge. And I know a bit about the art materials. I'm happy to be proved wrong, and if somebody can point me to a 13B, then I'm happy to buy it. But I have never come across a 13B. But on to Guns N' Roses. I mean, you just play Appetite and use your Illusion 1 and 2, and they are amazing albums. I'm not just doing it as a fan, though. There is a reason that I'm doing this beyond just liking their music. So I think that's all I can say at the moment, because this camera's in the way. So where I am is here. There's a Gibson Les Paul over this side, and this is 4 days in. 3-4 days in from doing this. There's a lot of line work to do, but I'm building the face, and also with his face. If I just show you, come on, focus. Right, now you see how I've done little dots. That is the start of putting in stubble. So I've got to draw and get a realistic skin tone doing dots over the entirety of this lower half of his face. This section with his nose, that can be just done very lightly and built up, but when I'm doing this, it's getting different grades of pencil and putting points and building skin texture. And that is something that I can't really do with the camera stuck in my left hand. I can just about do it like this, but it's building up layers. That's where I am at the moment. There's a guitar to struggle with, the fretboard, and the top part of the guitar, but I'll get round to it. And this is technically day 4, but it'll be video 1. Now I just have to have a rest, because playing the whole of Use Your Illusion 2, it's a long album and I've been drawing all the way through it. I started at 9 o'clock, it's now 10:47, and I need a bit of a rest.